I'm in the position I'm in now. I'm grateful for it. I'm able to give this message and this opportunity for people to learn from my mistakes and for me to tell them my story. So.
He is the first player in NFL history with back-to-back 200-yard games.
So not too long after I got arrested for possession of marijuana at Baylor, one of my coaches, he had came by saying, you're going to get drug tested by the compliance office. This is how it's going to work. This is what they're going to do. If they do call you in, here goes these bottles of detox. He showed me how to drink them, showed me how to take them. And that was, I think, my real first experience with, like, getting over on the system and that authority not really being taken serious because it was kind of being guided by somebody that's employed by the same, university. I definitely wasn't listening. I definitely wasn't paying attention. Okay, it's a business move. All right, cool, let's do it. I was there for like 14, 15 days. It was a joke. It was pretty much a vacation. Had a bunch of good gourmet meals and took a little break and then got right back to work and then led the league in receiving yards. But I love my father, wherever he is, wherever he's at. He did as best as he could. He did what he knew he could do, He did what he knew. That's all he knew. So I'm just grateful to even had one as long as I had one. And I just began to have a flashback and remember all the negative things that happened in my life that transpired, like what led up to this point. How did it get this bad? Like, it's so dark out here. I'm all alone. What the hell am I doing? I was scared. I was scared for my life.
Hey everyone, this is the Commish, back here with another draft preview. This time it's Ryan and Mr. Longyard, a guy that qualified for the LOC last year, took over a team that, wasn't in a very good spot. So in lieu of that, he finished 17th place. There was one game where he didn't set the lineup, and conveniently it helped him, and I'll tell you how in a sec. So obviously his career record, 4 wins, 9 losses. Ryan's going to be a team that's going to be bouncing around in some divisions. I mean, I moved him into the East this year to balance the power out and give the East some competition this year. But he's also going to be moving divisions to represent him being Canadian next year. But Week 1, he's going to be taking on a guy I know he's played against before, Glenn and Saving Matt's Ryan, so that'll be a good rivalry game there. Then Week 4 versus Sean and Fallen Misfits. Week 9 versus Steven and US1, and Week 11 versus Robert and Templars. 3 guys who have been in the East since the beginning. But now with Ryan in there, I'm curious to see how competitive he becomes. I think he will. And why? Because you look at the keepers. You got Jared Goff, 7th best wide receiver last year in fantasy. And I mean, look what the Rams have done. It's clear the NFL want the Rams to have a winning team for the big monolith of a stadium they're going to have. And then you got Todd Gurley, first place as far as running backs last year. So again, Rams, Melvin Gordon, 5th place. He's one of those running backs that clearly is kind of the premier back on that team. So that's a pretty good keeper. And then obviously Josh Gordon at wide receiver, 105th last year. Obviously you guys know what I think of Gordon. And then Sammy Watkins, who was 43rd last year playing for the Rams, will be in Kansas City now. Be interested to see how he performs on a new team. The other thing about Ryan is you got to look at where he positioned himself in the draft. So like I say, that one game where he didn't set his lineup, he did lose, and he ended up getting the 4th pick because of it, which would be the highest pick you could get without falling down to tier 2 in that bottom 3. So that'll be interesting to see how that develops this year. And then he also has another pick in the first round, the 18th pick. So position himself well. He has a round 3, obviously round 4, and then 2 round 5s. And then every pick in each round and another 2 round 10s. So 12 picks in the first 10 rounds. Position himself really good there. And then another 12 picks in rounds 11 to 20. Leaving only 6 picks in the late last rounds, 21 to 30. So what I see for Ryan and Mr. Longyard, I think he's going to bring some competition to that East. I see a team that's positioned himself well to improve from his 17th place position, which, I mean, if you're going to finish 17th, that's exactly what you want to do, and that's exactly what I think Ryan has done. And I'm excited to see a powerful team come out of that East this year.